In this video, I will show you how to color the Monocle cafe in London in Procreate, and this is one of my coloring pages from Bundlle Volume 3, and I will use my new brushes from Urban Art Kit. Both links to them are in the description box. You can use any other brush set you have. I just want to show you my new brushes. So first I will import the canvas that comes together with the Urban Art Kit, and click import file and choose the Monocle Cafe from the digital coloring page file. Now I will prepare the canvas. I will use only the vintage texture, but that layer which is color burn I will duplicate. Set 1 to full opacity and 1 to 50%. And we can rename the outline layer if we want. Then I will crop the canvas to 4x5 size, which is great for posting on Instagram. You will find it under crop and resize. So I start with 4000 by 5000 pixels, and then if needed crop even more by using that chain thing. It will keep it to 4x5 ratio. Then I will click done. So these are the brushes I will be using. Then you will see the color palette, which is great for using together with this canvas. If you use another brushes and canvas, then you might need to adjust the colors. All the layers for coloring will be under the outline layer, and mainly I will use the wet bandit brush. You can use the paddle police or spritzman. They work the same, just have a different texture to them. I like to do each color on its own layer, but if you like, you can color in one layer. So I will start with the first color from the palette and color in the windows and few other details. For the big shop window, I will be using the selection tool with freehand and select the window shape, color everything, and then by using the eraser brush, erase the parts that I don't want to be colored, like tables and chairs, because they are in front of the window. And for the eraser, I use hard brush that is in Procreate already, so you also have it, but use the eraser brush you like the most. For all the flat colors, I like to draw in one stroke. That means not lifting the pencil, so there is no color overlap. But don't worry, you can smudge out the overlap so you can lift the pencil how many times you want. Well, I mean in not lifting the pencil in one section. Of course, I will lift the pencil to like color the upper windows and the window in the door. With the same color, I want to add the ground, but by using one of the long watercolor stamps. So I make a new layer because then it is easier to move the stamp around, and by using the distort, I will put the stamp in place and merge the layers together. So, new layer, and I picked the yellow color and wet bandit brush, of course. And I will color the round part of the chairs, coffee cup, and few posters. At the moment I won't be coloring anything inside the big window. And then straight to green color, that will also be on a new layer, and I will color in posters and greenery. I will add few dots outside the lines and also little scribbles on the ground next to the plants, because that will look like few fallen leaves. With the brown color, I will color the coffee table, legs of the chairs and the frame of the chalkboard. All the wooden pieces like outside the shop. Now with the darkest color in the palette, I will color the planter boxes, chalkboard, few bits around the shop, and then the left side of the coffee shop, that column on the left side. In real life, the left side is black and the right side column is white, but you can color however you like. And the awning, I will color one stripe dark, one leaf empty, and then the shop's name and that little roof part. With the red color, I will color few posters that are left uncolored and the upper part of the building, but leave the window frames empty, and for now there will be this weird edge at the top, which we will smudge out pretty soon. I will use the smudge tool and streaky rascal and also smudge fudge. So just go up and down, like the strokes up and down, till you are happy with how the top edge looks. And I will do the same for the windows, smudge that edge out also. And you can even use the drawing tool, like normal drawing, use the smudge fudge. Just pick the red color or the first color for the windows. It will also be smudging and drawing at the same time. Then I will color in the inside of the cafe. So on top of the window layer, I will make a new layer, change it to multiply, and color everything in using the colors from the palette. One trick I used for coloring the inside wall, I changed the outline layer to reference and then back to the coloring layer, and with selection tool I clicked automatic and then clicked the wall I wanted to color. When it's done, I unclick the reference for the outline layer. This is a bit faster trick than the freehand selection. And for this, all the coloring I did in one layer. Next, I want to add some bricks on the upper wall. So first, I will turn on the 2D drawing grid. You can adjust the size and draw 2 lines for the bricks. Then just duplicate the bricks till the wall is finished, and duplicate again and move to the other wall. You will see what I'm doing. And the brick layer I changed to multiply. Then what I did is added few stamps with the first color from the palette on the red wall by making a new layer and changed to clipping mask. So it lightened up the upper wall and added a bit of interesting texture. And also a few stamps for the brick layer. Then I wanted bricks to be covering just the upper wall, not anything more. So I clicked select on the wall layer, then invert at the bottom and clicked clear on the brick layer. And to make the bricks look even more interesting, with selection tool automatic, I selected few bricks on each side, and then by changing the brightness and a little bit of saturation, I made few of the bricks look a bit darker. Next, I want to add shadow. I will draw the shadow with the last color from the palette and the hard round brush from the Procreate stock brushes. the layer will be on top, well, under the outline layer, and as multiply. So think of where your light source is. Mine is on the right top corner. So all the shadows will be on the left and bottom from the objects. You will see what I'm doing. If your light source is on the other side, the shadows also will be on the other side. At the end, you can add a bit of noise and play around with the layer's opacity. This step I usually do at the end, but I wanted to add overlay now before adding more accents. So from the Urban Art Kit overlay folder, I chose one and made it to cover all of the drawing. Change the layer mount to overlay, play around with opacity, you can see how it changed the drawing. Then if you want, you can also change the hue or saturation of the overlay, and you will also see how it changed the overall vibe of the drawing. Now for the accents, I will make all the objects look more 3D by making a new layer on top of the layer I want to work on. And first one will be multiply and darken the shadow side. So for greenery, I will darken the left side, and then on a new layer, add few lighter dots where the sun would shine, so more on the right side. I will do this for tables and chairs too, one multiply layer and one normal layer. For the black layer, I just selected the awning stripes and the chalkboard and inner part of the roof and duplicated that to make those stand out even more. You can duplicate some of the layers or lower the layer's opacity, play around till you get the look you like for the drawing. Then I picked the scratchy pencil and did some writing for the menu with the white color, and then just went all over the drawing and added scribbles with all the colors from the palette, just random scribbles here and there. You can also add splatters with the splatter stamps and use the texture brushes to add dots or little checkers all around the drawing. For the sunlight look, I will make a new layer, change the layer mode to add, and pick very light color and draw diagonal lines in the windows with the streaky rascal brush. Erase parts that are outside the windows, then go over all of the objects and with the wet banded brush add a bit of highlights on the right side, well, where the sun would shine, and add some splatters also on top of the greenery and awning with the splatter stamp. To add the vintage feel, I will also add coffee stains and washi tapes that you will find in the Urban Art Kit. So first I import the coffee stain, change the layer to multiply, and then you can play around with opacity or with the curves to make the stain look how bright or dark you want. Then move it in place. Then I will add more coffee stains and coffee splatters. I will also erase some parts of the stain. Well, splatter. You can change them however you like. After the coffee stains, I will do the same thing with the washi tapes. You will find them in the washies folder. Pick one you like and you can keep it as normal or change the layer mode to multiply. I like multiply. And play around with opacity. Put it wherever you want, mix and match the washi tapes. This is your artwork. Do whatever you want. I decided to crop the canvas even more. Click in that chain thing to keep the 4:5 ratio, and then done. Then I will add a watercolor drop with the red color by using the watercolor drop stamp from the Urban Art Kit. And I will add some last scribbles with the scratchy pencil here and there to balance out the drawing even more. And that's it. Thank you for watching the tutorial, and thank you for your support by getting the coloring pages or the brushes. It means so much to me, and see you next time. Bye!